So when it comes to going to the beach, all you really need is your swimsuit, possibly a beach cover-up, a pair of shorts, so you can be beach ready basically all along the beach. Whether you're swimming or not, you might need to put on some flip-flops or some clothes if you're going to go eat. So when it comes down to where you're eating, the flip-flops, where you want to go shopping possibly, this is when it comes into the fun parts where some of us kind of beach-going fashionistas want to look a little bit more than just completely beach ready. We want to be beach appropriate. So when it comes to the hair, all you really need is a good shampoo and deep conditioner. Get out of the shower, comb thoroughly through your hair using a nice, very even comb to remove all of the tangles from your hair. And if you have very curly hair, don't try to comb completely through it. Just try to shake out all of the loose, dead hair with your shampoo and conditioner. Now, when it comes to getting your hair ready, you want to diffuse out your hair until it's a nice, damp texture. At this point, you can always choose to put in a leave-in conditioner, or you can always just take your conditioner and dilute it with water. That'll create a leave-in conditioner. Now that the excess water is removed from your hair with a towel and a diffuser, you want to blow dry your hair along from the root to the tip so it looks nice and evenly structured. One that has sort of the shovel-shaped cup at the very end. Yes, that one. So when it comes to picking your blow dryer, I really do recommend Conair products because they're really great for somebody who's learning how to style hair in a salon, and they're really great for everyone for home use. You don't need the nice expensive Crocs and all that. Those are really mostly idyllic for salon use only because they're so strong and they could damage your hair. Okay, so now that your hair is completely diffused out, you don't really need to roll it in or anything like that unless you have a bob and you want to just go for that kind of pulled in look. But from here, I like to take your Not Your Mother's Beach Babe texturizing spray. You can even make your own saltwater spray at home. Saltwater spray can be found in an abundance of things, whether it's piercing formulas, tattoo healing formulas, hair formulas. It can even be found as a aid to help you bathe for relieving pain. Epsom salt, you can always use that as well, dilute it with water. That would always be something nice to put in your hair. This texturizing spray is extremely easy to use. All you have to do is spray evenly through your hair. You don't need the rest of it. But if you do want a little bit of a beach style that's not really going to affect the way your hair looks throughout the day, I definitely recommend going with a style that's going to work well with the waves and humidity possibly. When it comes to curling my hair, I definitely want some structure with my curls. So what I like to do is wrap my finger around the curls. I'll take them about as big as I want. You can do a bunch of uneven curls. The more uneven the size of the curls, the better. You're gonna get a more natural wave. This is gonna help create some structure throughout the body of your hair. That way it's not just all loose waves or crunchy waves filled with product. That way your waves look really glamorous and gorgeous and dry really nicely. So when it comes to that fabulous beach ready skin, the solutions are very simple. Sunscreen, that's really all you need. Vegan options would include Alba Botanics, and of course options most people like are Banana Boat. I haven't really gone out to the beach too often until I bought a bottle of sunscreen, just because the beach rays can definitely get to your skin and cause harm in the long run, and especially when you're going to the beach itself, an hour of sun can definitely turn into a burn rather than a nice bronzy color. I also started using a great new toner, and it is the Avalon Organics. I can do a review if you're interested, so definitely let me know, because it's the COQ10 Repair, and it's a perfecting facial toner. The COQ10 components in here are completely certified, and the product is preserved with sodium benzoate peroxide. There's willow bark in here, orange peel, flower extracts, alobardenia leaf juice, which is a really nice non-comedogenic, for the most part, natural oil. A very little bit of alcohol in it, so that will help the face naturally exfoliate itself to help with decongestion. It also has wheat bran and strawberry glycerides in it, so that also helps with mild exfoliation. So it's a really great cell turnover product that doesn't have ingredients that are going to overly irritate your skin, but just keep in mind even natural ingredients have their ways. Now, I did work for Origins when I lived in California for less than a year, almost a year, and I did get some really nice gratis, and I built a really nice relationship with Origins. So I do use the products, but I don't overly share them online. They are a completely natural company that doesn't actually use animal testing, but they're actually owned by Estee Lauder. So because it's a conflict of interest with my channel, I don't show them on here. But one other serum I really do like is the Radical Resurfacer. This has lemon probiotics, chlorella, and it basically helps resurface your skin. If you're somebody like me who's lived in a sunny climate all their life and definitely loves the sun, the beach, and outdoor activities, this will really help take away any damage that you have gained. Let's face it, not everybody gets the chance to spend their life indoors. I love the type of skin the weather gives me out here. I can't get congested skin. I pretty much can't get oily skin. It's just very normal. So I'm able to play with a lot of skincare products out here. I think that's what I needed, was just to move out of a climate that had a lot of dirt and dust in it that basically my skin wasn't able to drink. Aside from that, storing my sunscreens and my moisturizers in the fridge when not in use has been my saving grace to a decongested face. And I did ask a pro facialist when I was doing job interviews how my skin was. She said it was perfect. It feels a lot better than it did when I lived in California. This spa I went to in California was Burke Williams, and they do use completely natural ingredients aside from giving their clients lemon water, which is extremely good for you. I can't remember the name of their natural line, but it will be on the internet soon. So definitely go on burkewilliams.com and you'll see the brand that they use on there. For the fun part, I'm going to start off with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Pro Base #1. I do have minor discoloration around my eyes. It used to be a lot worse. The first couple months I moved down here from California, the area around my eyes was still extremely red, and now it is completely piped down. And I just think that it was either the fatigue or just the skin not getting enough rest, where it was just really, really red. And even though I sleep less now that I live here, I really try to tune into the frogs outside my window. So for the eyes, one fun thing we're going to be doing today is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit for the eyes. And I believe I did a tutorial when I was still in California with this bad boy. And a lot of people did not tune in to see it. So if you didn't get to see it, we're definitely gonna do it today. Because if you're carrying like a beach bag with you, or you're on vacation, I should say, this is really nice to keep in your hotel room or your cabin, whatever, and condo, whatever. Play and bring this along, play along with this, and you have a lot of options in here alone, really. And start off with the banana powder color. And I'm just going to use this to neutralize the lid up a little bit. It's still a little pink, not red, thank God. And we're just going to move the Sonia Kashuk brush around there. Also just to absorb some of the creamy base so it doesn't absorb onto the eyelid. Let's go ahead now and take the Shimmering Sand color. I pretty much have been using Physicians Formula because I'm pretty much already depleted sand. I like sand a lot though. The Physicians Formula Beige Pearl, it's very nearly identical if you're looking for a drugstore option. I'm just going to place this underneath the arch of the brow bone. And then we're just going to put this in the inner tear duct. This will instantly make the eyes look more wide awake and youthful than if we didn't have anything on the eyes. Another option is to take concealer and foundation for your eye area, unless of course your foundation and concealer have hyaluronic acid. A lot of people's do, so that's why I'm kind of going this route. I'm going to be taking Fawn now and just putting this right in the deep socket. I try to save my more expensive foundation for work more often than not, so today we'll just be taking the Physicians Formula foundation. If it makes you feel more comfortable, go ahead and take the foundation that has a sunscreen. But I don't have the most even complexion in all the world, so I'm just going to take a thin layer of this. And it could also serve as minor protection, as long as it doesn't have glitter particles. Don't take too much glitter on your skin on the beach, just a high recommendation. but you can always mix your foundation with moisturizer. There are actually more color opportunities in the foundation world than there is the tinted moisturizer BB world. So if you can't find a great tinted moisturizer that works for your skin, don't worry about it. Just go ahead and take your moisturizer. It already has all your skincare needs in it anyways, so that will help you out there. Okay, so for concealers and stuff, we're going to be taking the Cover FX Cream Concealer. If you have any minor discoloration like I do, this is really all you need. So we're going to go ahead and go in with this. And we're just going to lighten up the face, so to speak. Make it appear younger, happier, and healthier. And don't worry guys, I'm already somewhat hitched, so it's not like I'm deceiving anyone. It just gives it a really refined touch-up finish. It really just depends on your skin type. If you think the powder is going to diminish your makeup when it hits the water, then I would say skip it. But I like to kind of set my face just so it stays in place a little while longer. Now, sculpting the face definitely is an option, but bronzing is essential. So I'm gonna go into Havana, the darker one, and we'll just do this, because there's no point in making you do like a contour that might have like watermarks and stuff through it. You don't want to look like you cried all day at the beach. A little bit of bronzer is really all you need, if you need anything at all. Now, I mentioned taking concealer on the areas you want to cover rather than taking a highlighter to just diffuse and perfect, simply just because when the sun hits your complexion, sparkles can go a little awry. It can actually cause further discoloration damage to your skin because the light reflective property is beaming sun back onto your face. So I'm not going to take the diffuse powder, although I typically take this to cover and diffuse, deflect, and give me that nice airbrush glow. I'm just going to take a minor amount of shimmer just on the high planes of the face rather than sculpting all the way through, just so I don't end up with a lot of beam and direct intense sunlight. Now, I chose to just go along with the sculpting palette because it gave you something to work with on the eyes as well as the face. But another option, of course, would be to take the IT Cosmetics CC Radiance Plus palette, because you do have a blush in here. Actually, the complexion corrector is almost matte, but it's got red and green diffusing colors in it, so you can always use that as a sculpting rather than an airbrush color. You can always take the Naturally Pretty color. I always like to take a couple sculpting palettes with me just for variety. If I had to take one on the vacation though, it would be Anastasia Beverly Hills and then a blush. Just because you have more options of going dramatic. I'll put a little on so you can see the color. Now, eyeliner runs. So I highly recommend just taking a mascara. And now, if you don't have a lot going on the eyes, you can always play up the lips. So I'm going to be taking Inglot 67 AMC lip liner. And it's a very light color, so I'm going to have to work a little bit to get some definition going. I'm going to take Matte Milani, this color right here. Wet n Wild's Will You Marry Me is also really fun for a nude lip. So take inexpensive lip products when you're in this kind of heat. Just a high recommendation. I am becoming a drugstore lip snob because you just don't want to pay high-end money and just have your lipstick melt in the bottom of your bag. So that is the fun makeup look for a really ready beach town, beach city, beach ready. And so yeah. So it is most usually So it is most usually my recommendation to let your hair completely air dry before you adorn it. Okay, so most usually I let my hair completely air dry before I adorn it. I've only put this piece in just to kind of show you what I would do if I wanted like a simple style. And this is a style. It almost looks like a Disney wig princess. A little bit of frizz, and it's just not the easiest to tame. It's not your classic white girl's hair. It's very mixed with Native American. I like it. I like it because it just looks tame and styled. So that's that.